Welcome everyone to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans. Featured right here on the TNI Network. This is Trent Walt, my co-host, Bill, J-Bone, and Uncle Mark. Guys, I'm rusty. Look at me. I missed 1 week of shows, and I'm off. I am way off. But this is the throwback show, NWA-TNA number 74. Gentlemen,
Trent, would you feel better?
What's that?
If you're up here?
No, I feel kind of sheepish for being late today, J-Bone. For having you guys have to extend your day for me, which I appreciate, and you and all the listeners too. I appreciate that. But I got some shit going on. I was doing some stuff, and I couldn't make it on the usual time. So thank you all for waiting. But don't, Jay,
you were playing, on repeat, Brownsville, smoking in the boys' room with your band, for 5 hours, and over again.
On repeat.
Whatever.
That's it.
Thanks for showing up.
Well, guys,
here's the question. As Lakers says, it's Time Machine Tuesday, but Lakers, it's not Tuesday for you. It's Wednesday for you and me.
So, for both of you guys.
What's our Wednesday time traveling thing?
Whoops.
Way back Wednesdays?
You guys are time traveling. You're right. You are time traveling.
How is tomorrow? Is it nice?
Yeah, how's tomorrow doing so far?
It's heavy. It's heavy.
It's heavy.
The islands
shout
are
out
heavy.
To referee Daniel Spencer, who has a new pro wrestling T-shirt inspired by Back to the Future.
Now, can I tell you guys something? I'll let you know a little secret. D. Spence showed me that design back in October of last year.
Oh, so that was a year in the making almost.
And he's like, I'm waiting for the right time to drop it. And I'm like, it's got to be paid. I guess he timed it for Slammiversary is what it was. What a great shirt, though. It is a great shirt. I love it. I think Zach tagged me in it earlier. I saw, but Daniel, I saw it on Daniel's feed anyway. But it's awesome. It is awesome. So definitely pick up Daniel Spencer's T-shirt. He's a great dude. He's one of the brothers from Impact that supports. But guys,
yes,
we're gonna go
official
quick.
TNI referee. Daniel Spencer.
He's in here every week listening. So guys, thank you. We're gonna move a little faster today because I had to stretch this out. So I appreciate these guys waiting for me, and and you guys also in the chat waiting for me to get started. So appreciate that. We're gonna do NWA-TNA number 74 today. But before any big news, you just want to drop a big nugget before we get in? Anything big?
I just dropped a nugget earlier.
Take it easy, Mark. Take it easy. I might be late, but I'm going to cut your mic. How about that?
There's the GoFundMe that just got made for.
We need to drop that
Don West.
Because that is
kudos
relevant.
to Impact Wrestling for putting it out there.
They put it out there too?
They put it out there today.
Very good. Jay, can you please play, because that is relevant to this show also. So we got to.
Oh yeah.
So, for those who didn't hear, Don West diagnosed with brain cancer, and Dre said he caught it early, which is good. He's in good spirits from what we understand. There is a GoFundMe just to help with some of the kind of the bridging of the loss in time and things like that. So, for work and things of that nature. So there's a GoFundMe up. I think it's almost halfway funded already, if not more than half. But the Don West Fund, well, we tweeted it out. We'll put it out again tomorrow, along with the plug for this show. So check that out. If you guys can give anything, definitely please do. It'd be
when I put out there, if you can't give anything, if you can at least retweet it and
just
get it
retweet
out there,
yep,
that's appreciated.
So we'll put it out. If you guys want to retweet it from ours, if you're following us at We Talk Impact, you can retweet it from ours. Make it easy. Otherwise, it's all over the place. Go find it. I know Talking Impact, our brother Talking Impact, he plugged it first. So Talking Impact's great. Thank you for the plugs also for the show last week too, which I wasn't on. I only cameoed on. So I don't know what I'm thanking for. I don't know what I'm plugging, but hopefully you guys handled it well enough. I only came on for a quick cameo. Mark wasn't even on either. Mark, we were MIA, man.
We were. I was here for family dinner though.
Family dinner. And Mark, while J-Bone's pulling up the GoFundMe, can you just plug Patreon and the family dinner and what they get with Patreon?
Oh, absolutely. And I tell you what, if you want to go to our YouTube channel here, you can actually see a bit of the battle we had on the family dinner this last Sunday between the two gentlemen below me, Mr. William Gardner and Mr. J-Bone 5150, taking sides, Kurt Angle versus Sting. So you can get a little taste of that for free. If you want to see more stuff like that, like the real shit, then catch us on Family Dinner, where it's a little more loose and audience focused, you can find that on the Patreon, which is at patreon.com/WeTalkImpact. In my opinion, from what I've been told by everyone who is a subscriber, it's totally worth the $5 for the family dinner. So join us on Sundays. It's a classic and it's a favorite. I know it's my favorite now.
And it's at 11 o'clock, 10 Central. 11
10
Central.
Central. Yep, exactly. And
everyone's always wondering what time it is.
Well, it's also it's also available on your Patreon account if you log in. If you're a patron, you can still watch anytime on demand, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
Right. The link is always
there.
there.
Patreon and go, and it'll take you to the YouTube chat for it. Because I know that's always the question we get when we go live. Yeah. It's, how do I comment?
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it's a more raucous chat. There's a lot more going on in terms of comments and interaction, a lot more swearing, a lot more arguing. Again, just it's more of like a candid. Yeah, exactly. Took the words out of my mouth. More of a candid look at whatever. And we don't just talk about Impact. If you want to talk about other shit, we talk about other shit too. So
well, speaking of that, and I don't know if Trent knows any of this. Have you heard anything lately? I know a lot of people are talking out there that in one of our ways we get the show out there, we love our Twitch squad and you got the YouTubers, but I'm hearing there's been another YouTube crackdown, and people might be getting pulled for language. I'm hearing lately. Are you hearing any of this?
I haven't heard that.
I was hearing rumblings that there might be some of that going on. I don't know how far they're taking it, but it seems like some people, like maybe there was something else, but they also had language, so they're saying it's language. But I don't know. I heard some recent people thinking that there could be some censorship going on out there.
Freedom of speech is dead.
They do. Okay, so like sometimes if you schedule a show, set it to monetization.
Yeah, for monetization. Not
there's no
video.
There's no problem, but like once in a while we'll create a video and then we'll set it late. We'll set it late for monetization. Like we'll catch it the next to be like, oh, we didn't set it to get monetized. That's when the questionnaire comes up like, oh, by the way, is there any of these bullet points in it? Cursing, violence, sex, blah, 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 blah. And then you just, no, none of that in our video. No, absolutely not. And then you just check, that'd be bad. And that would give someone from YouTube the runs. So no, you just check it all. No, it's fine, really, honestly, sure. And then I'm sure they kind of check it out. But I mean, we get a little raw and uncensored, but we're not that. We're not Andrew Dice Clay, Sam Kinison level
up. Dude, Dice. I was listening to Dice Clay this morning, actually. Dice Clay from Dangerfields, his debut at Dangerfields.
I saw Dice live.
Me too. I saw him once live in 03.
Okay. I saw him when I was out at Vegas for Impact.
No,
he was there. He was doing a show on one of the off nights. I don't know if it was like a day before or a day after tapings.
That's awesome.
That's incredible.
Little Miss Muffet sat in the tuffet eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider, sat down beside and said, "Hey, what's in the bowl, bitch?" Censor that, YouTube. Go ahead.
Hey, Bill. You got a open mic on Discord. You might want to go log out of the watch along. It looks like you got an
open mic on Discord.
I don't even know how that happened.
So let's get going. I don't want to delay too much. I know it's late. It is already tomorrow for the East Coast. But let's get this going, folks. We are doing NWA-TNA number 74, second to last episode in 03.
Crazy. I looked at the end too and was like, holy shit. There's only
10th,
one more.
One more in 03, December 10th, 2003.
Crazy.
We go, Jay, in 2 weeks, we go into the last year of the Wednesday night pay-per-views.
2004.
Unbelievable.
Nuts.
Big stuff. And so let's break it down. December 10th, 2003. I'll start it off with the way Amir hates. Now I was on my buddy Dave's couch watching this, getting ready for Christmas. December 10th, we probably hit up a shop afterwards because everything's open late. So we probably watched this. We're like, want to go get some Christmas shopping done? So we went to the mall, probably hung out all night, burning day, PTO days around this time. It was a Thursday, probably took Thursday and Friday off.
Definitely.
Great. So Mark, December 10th,
yeah, I think you probably, well, no, shit, I'm still in retail, man. I'm busting my ass. December 10th, I guarantee you I'm busting my ass. I do remember that we went to Michigan this year for Christmas, but we would have gone really late, like right before Christmas. So I know I'm busting tail. And honestly, when you said I'm going to hate this the way that Mir hates, my brain Rolodex was moving so fast thinking about what it could possibly be because Mir hates almost everything you do. I was like, is it going to be the bell? Is it going to be?
I am convinced he hates me overall as a person. Like he really thinks I'm a piece of garbage as a person.
Like the sum is as hateful.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's just you blow his eardrums out every time you say, and I.
That could be why.
Why?
I have come to terms with the fact that Mir hates me. Maybe other ones do too. Listen, nobody fucking cried a tear that I wasn't on last Thursday, okay?
Hey, what happened to the bell? What happened to the bell?
She still got the goddamn bell.
Does she really?
You'll be glad to know, Trent. You are missed. Because I will say there are people that contact me. I won't name names. Pretty much almost every week on shows. Okay. And they're like, I like this. I didn't like that. I didn't like this. Feedback. But I did get this is just for you. You guys need Trent. It affects the flow.
Are you kidding me? Who said this? Is it you telling me afterwards, maybe?
Was it Moose?
It's a moose.
Hey
Bill, I like you and all, man, but you drowning, man. That flow hurting, dog.
Well, and I can completely respect that because
you gotta fix the flow.
The rest of God, I know that
Bill's bottomless treasure chest of impact items.
I ain't got the flow of the rock star like Trent. I just don't have the flow. I got a different. See, he's got the Chi-Town flow, and I got the Milwaukee flow. We always flow in beer. He's flowing. I don't know what he's flowing, but
you're clearly flowing Dusty Roads.
Format. Yeah, it's a different format. When
we did get she's tallied them up. I'm gonna try to get her over here tomorrow with the bell.
Well, she vanished again. That's why I was wondering what's up with the bell because she was around regular for a couple weeks again, and now she's MIA again. She was on Twitter and everything. So
she's working, dude. She's busy.
So she took the bell to work, is what you're saying.
I don't know where she did. She
probably at the hospital.
She might have given that bell away, dude. I don't know where the fuck the bell is.
Is that like you don't know where the bell is?
I really don't.
So maybe she put it up some patient's ass.
She might have, dude. Like, I mean, clearly, I just why am I dinging? It's like she might have, dude. She might have, but I will talk to her tomorrow.
To it.
Oh wait, is this? Wait, we had a 19th birthday for Impact the other day.
Yeah.
Is this true? We have a birthday for Hemi.
Absolutely. 17th birthday for Hemi today.
Well, damn. Happy 17th birthday, Hemi.
Wow. You can go to an R-rated movie now.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you how it worked out. Dave and I watched TNA #1 on that Wednesday, and that Saturday was the first Hemi practice. That following Saturday. Wow. And it was hot as balls. It was hot as shit. And it was in my parents' basement. And it was hot as fuck, and like just 5 dudes in my bedroom, basically. And
so a normal day.
Yeah. In my ass. No, I mean, it was definitely fuck. I'm gonna stop talking now. No, but that kicked it off, guys. That was in my ass. If you think about it, 2 monumental things in my life started that same week. Like my Impact, which became a big part of my life, and my band in the same week, in the same year, which is crazy to think. But yeah, that was it. Wow. I remember actually Dave was in a band before. He's a bassist. He was a bassist. And I remember asking him like tips that we're going to jam. We never done this before. Like, got any advice for me? So while the Flying Elvises are doing their thing, I'm like, hey, so how do you actually write a song? Like it was one of those deals. But
so you were inspired by the Flying Elvises to take up?
Maybe. I might have been, man. Definitely. Show
number
one was
a sunny guy. You're always a sunny guy.
I was from day one.
Till not now.
Well,
you know
wait,
what?
Not now.
There might have been another Flying Elvis because I believe you looked like this at the time.
Disco fever, disco fever, disco fever. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I look like Jorge Estrada. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Holy shit. I do want to report one thing also. And this is just quickly, and I know it made the rounds, and whatever you might feel about the guy personally, Michael Elgin was missing for a while today. He has been found, from what I understand. He's been found. Nothing, wrestling. There's been so many ups and downs with the guy in his life. This could have been a tragic case because this is one of those deals where you hear things like this, things happen in wrestling. There's a lot of negativity when it comes to things like that. So luckily he's found safe. He's home. Everything's okay. So if you're wondering, Michael Elgin is safe. So he was missed. Brett, thanks to Brandon Toll for getting the word out though. Brandon Toll.
And you never wish, no matter what you think of a person, you don't wish harm on them.
Don't wish.
I'm not a TJP fan, but I don't wish any harm to the guy.
He never did anything personal to us. Like these people haven't done anything personal to us. You know what I mean? So we don't wish any harm on them. And the guy
that was good. It was good news when it was reported that he was found.
Right.
He was also, I think, our first guest, if I'm not mistaken.
First guest?
Was he the first? Man, he was early. He was definitely early.
He was a very good guest. He was extremely grateful to us. Came on twice, I believe, right, Jay? Twice.
Twice. I forget.
He was the first one
Last year's a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
Before anyone else on the Impact roster, too, he was doing those. If you pre-order Slam, I'll send you a video greeting and
he's very good to fans. When I did the VIP, I bowled with him. Like he was the wrestling winner and I was the fan winner. So he's always been very good at events. So I wish the best for him.
Yeah, indiscretions aside, whatever goes on his personal life aside, the guy was he's a phenomenal wrestler. Always good. I worked with him at AAW. Never had an issue with him at all. So whatever he does in his personal life, I don't want to even look into. I'm just saying the man's found safe and sound. Bottom line, that's all that matters.
That's good news, no matter who it is.
Yeah, a child has their father at home tonight. Let's put it that way. Let's and if you guys are parents, I'm sure you can relate. That's the positive here. So,
especially just coming off Father's Day.
Yeah, that's one of those things.
Yeah.
So let's just go with that. But yeah, let's do it, boys. I was on Dave's couch shopping. Mark, you were doing the same, you said?
No, I was probably working my ass off.
Working your ass off. All right, Bill, what's going on? Christmas time.
I was still in job hunt territory. Okay. Between last week and this week, I had done a job fair down at the I guess it was the Wells Fargo Center at the time, not the FU Center. It's the Wells Fargo Center now. But it was, I believe it was because it was the Wachovia Center, the Comcast, the Core State Center. It was a whole bunch of different. First Union Center, but it was it's where the Flyers and the Sixers play. So gotcha. I was at a job fair there because then that was when I was 3 jobs. So I get that a couple weeks later. In the beginning of January, I get that job.
God, me and Bill both doing double duty here at the same time. 2003 was a tough year, man. It was a hard year.
Was it a tough year for you boys? Wow. Okay.
I wouldn't be working 2 full-time jobs if it was fucking easier. That's for damn sure.
I was too busy, dude.
There you go, Terrence.
I was a college fucking junior dude, and I was fucking just
had time to be on Dave's couch.
My mind was elsewhere, man. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking elsewhere. I wasn't thinking of. I was working something else, working angle
in the sky.
Yeah, exactly. I was working something else. J-Bone, he knows what I'm talking about. J-Bone, Christmas 03. You working 8 jobs to pay for all those kids?
No, I was trying to remember while you guys were rapping. I was like, man, I'm trying to remember. It was either 2003 or 2004 that I started at Walmart, and I think actually this time of year, I think it was during the last winter of my time at the newspaper. Sorry that dragged out. I'm just trying to remember. Yeah,
you were probably working at a newspaper then.
How about that, huh?
Yeah, probably my last. Yeah, and I was in production along with all the guys, and we had a tremendous crew, and I was in charge of all the employment ads. I used to run like 24 to 36 page sections of the employment part of the newspaper. Hi, Oreo. Yes, I'm sorry.
I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? It's kind of scary up here. I have all my lights off. That scared the shit out of me.
Sorry, that was Oreo. She's like, you stop petting me, you son of a bitch. She's trying to, eat my eat
Shorts.
my monitor. So yeah, and then here's just an example of what happened to just me personally at the newspaper after 9/11. Like everything went to shit. Everything died down. My employment section went from like 24 to 36 pages down to like 12-page sections. It was, or less. It was horrible. Yeah, like newsprint. Our newsprint just died bad. It was like the beginning of the change in social media. Big time was that 9/11.
Egon said in 1984's Ghostbusters, he once said, print is dead. He said it in 1984.
He was a little ahead of his time, but
He was Egon too. I mean,
I just went to the comic book store 2 days ago and picked up a bunch of print comic books.
print is dead. All right, cool. Let's get into it, boys.
Okay.
December 10th, 2003. The my favorite Cage Dancer has a Santa hat on this one. I do love that. Oh, love that. We get a recap of 73. Get that out of the way. We do an earlier tonight, Faces and Heels locker room. Heel locker room. Jeff Jarrett with Callis and the various heels backstage going over the victims list.
You missed the Malice tribute card.
I'm so sorry. I meant yes. I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh, Jerry. I'm gonna mispronounce.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it.
Tweet, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, that opened the show. The Balance tribute. I forgot to write that down. You're right.
Yeah.
Like every other show, we're getting them something like this now.
He died, I think, the week before, like right after, like 73 ish, like that weekend, right? Malice, man.
Someone in the chat last week said that he died like the next day or something like that. Yeah.
And I believe he died in Japan. I want to say he died in Japan.
In a hotel between events, something. Yeah.
He was working, I want to say NOAA maybe, and he died in the hotel room. And I think it was a heart attack. But
David Von Erich vibes, big time.
Very similar thing in Japan. David Von Erich was in
hotel, heart attack.
Yeah, it's All Japan.
Familiar.
He was working for All Japan at the time. DOA, man. I'm looking at oh man, heart attack. But who knows? These guys, so much stuff. It's hard living, man. It's a hard life.
Yeah, that's one thing. No matter what issues are in wrestling today, it seems like at least some of that is not happening as much.
Yeah,
that slowed down. So maybe the lifestyle changed a little bit for some, because that was we're just hopefully coming out of pandemic, but that was a wrestling pandemic for a long time.
They're 350 days a year doing that kind of work. I mean that's not human. You're not meant to do that.
You get a lot of vices doing something
all the
like
drugs,
that, and it's
the gas,
a lot of consequences for living a life like that.
Drugs.
Unfortunately,
the hardcore got dirtier and the living got cleaner.
Yeah. I remember after the Benoit massacre happened, the whole, the talking heads in CNN. I remember, I think it was
13 years ago today.
Is it today?
Today.
Holy shit, man.
It's one of my best friend's birthdays today. Same day.
Wow. The I remember, what's her name? Nancy something, the CNN chick or whatever her name. I don't know if she's CNN or Fox. I remember she had a list of all the wrestling deaths. And it was like staggering what had happened between like 99 and 07. It was like nuts, like which names were between that era. Yeah. And I remember the beef was they put Owen on that list, and it's like he didn't die from like
there was different reasons, but that became the yearly thing. It's like everybody from WrestleMania number X,
right?
Right.
Sucks,
like,
man.
That picture
70%, 75%, 80%, and these guys are all like 50 and under.
You got that Heart Foundation picture where they're all grayed out except for Brett in the middle, and he's still in color, and he's the only one left. And it's like, man, that's your whole childhood right there. They're all dead.
Owens is to me still the most unnecessary death, most tragic. 34 years old, absolutely should never have happened.
Looking to get out of the business, wasn't living life hard on it, or he was trying to do it the right way. Like,
oh God, I wish he could have just gone on to. I guarantee he would have been in TNA because Jeff Jarrett and him were like BFFs. He guarantee he would have been like, I'm done with that contract. I'm going. Jeff Jarrett's like, come on over here. I fucking can call it right now.
And speaking of, that's definitely, he did his new podcast. There's an episode on it.
I haven't heard that one.
There might even be two. Definitely check that out.
I only listened to the one about the Australian stuff. oh my God, what was that company called? The Australian company that they're with Andrew McManus that they were partnered with TNA.
Oh, yes. Was that
WWA.
like
WWA.
Yeah.
That which was the precursor of TNA. It laid the foundation. That's a very
That's where
interesting.
Sting
Oh, is that where
was and
Sting
all
was?
that.
Yeah.
Very interesting episode, actually. But we'll get to that. So yeah, rest in peace to Malice. Definitely, it was a huge loss because I feel he was going to come back at some point too. So they're in the heels and face locker room. Jarrett's with Callis going over the victims list, which I thought was funny. What this was the funnier part was it was victims, soon to be victims, and on the fence. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Billy
was
Madison
funny.
vibes. This is good stuff.
I love it. Simon and Swinger are missing from the meeting though, and they're asking like, can't be found. They don't know where Glenn is really like kissing a lot of ass here. Disco's really up in Jeff Jarrett's, just anywhere, just bootlicking. Show the faces later on, and they're all waiting for Watts. They're like, where the hell is he? Where is he? He rolls in on the phone. He's with Goldilocks. Like, whatever. I'm chilling. I'm Eric Watts. Jack, whatever, doing his fucking awkward point to the crowds, whatever he's doing. And he just says the rumors are true. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I don't know what that meant. I really still don't. Even at the episode, I don't know what the fuck it meant. AJ's like, I'm too busy. I can only think about Jeff Jarrett right now. I got to go. He leaves, and Watts says, I got surprises. I got mad surprises. When we go into the opening. So
Sabin in the face locker room, by the way.
yes,
Full on baby face now.
Official baby face now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we open up with Kid Kash versus Don Harris for the 28th time. It apparently is what's happening here. But it doesn't even get underway though. Like the red shirts attack Harris as he's walking out. The match kind of happens, right? Like until Jarrett comes out, guitars Harris, red shirts distract Rudy, Jeff Jarrett's on the mic. Does Kash make a pin? He does make a pin? Okay.
Yeah, he technically pins Harris.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, it was a total schmoz. Like the whole thing's a fucking
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah.
The overbooking begins here.
It does.
Crazy. Chaos.
But Jay, we love Kid Kash either way in the show. Like we are big Kid Kash fans here. No question about it.
Oh, he's one of the best. He just seriously, real shit here. Since we started reviewing these, whether he was a baby face or a heel or whatever, maybe he's always been a heel. I forget.
He's never been a baby face ever.
Okay, it's just because we're like such a big fan of him. Sometimes it feels like he's a baby face.
Mm-hmm.
But he's always, whether he's been X Division or whatever he's done, with the whole inception of Abyss, and now he's with the Heavy D, Goofy, whatever. We've loved it all. He's been one of the best heels on the show, period.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? The rise up is happening here, which I like. I mean, they main event him, which we'll get to. This opening segment's nuts, though, Mark. Like, this is bananas. Like, so Jarrett cuts on the mic. Callis comes out, does the whole "you're either with me or you're against me." You got to do like Kid Kash did, and then you get rewarded. AJ comes out, chairs everybody, and then the Piper live bagpipes hit. Like the live band comes out.
Hell yeah.
And
They're really putting them over.
Put them over. It is pretty cool though. Like they all come marching out. He comes out waving the NWA flag, makes a Michael Jackson, Don Callis gay joke in this. Like he slips that in like the
That fell flat.
Yeah, I mean today especially, he's like. I mean, at the time, people were still.
No. I mean, even in the crowd, it fell flat. They were like,
it's awkward, dude. It was like, it's like you have to be this tall to ride Michael Jackson. I'm like, awkward. Like, but he cut
pedophilia jokes. They don't usually go over.
Yeah, it didn't go over.
But I gotta say, the promo he cut was awesome, and he cuts a nice little historic promo. He's way more fired up on this run than he was on the last one. Are we all in agreement? Like he is very healthy looking, energetic. Like
I like he can go right here.
That's what I'm saying. Like the break did him good. I think whatever happened on the break did him fantastic.
Oh yeah.
He just seems to be in a much better place during this.
He just looks healthier, right? I'm like, he looked great. He says, I'm not on Jeff Jarrett's victim list. He goes, you're on mine. Jeff Jarrett comes into attack, and then D-Lo returns.
Now that's big.
I popped.
Huge pop. Now, let me ask you this. Was this the gap where D-Lo went back to the WWE for like a couple of months? Or does it happen later? There it is. Is there a voice to go with that, D'Lo? Yeah,
You
yeah,
down?
You down?
You down with the Brown Trent? Dabo? You down? You down, Dabo? Oh, you down?
It's terrifying.
And for those on audio, it is the D'Lo Brown bobblehead. By the
I
way,
love it.
being
I
voiced
was
by
like
none
not
other
world
than
champ,
Gardner.
Jarrett. You
I
punk.
don't remember that short run that you just mentioned and him going back to the WWE. I do not remember.
I don't know that I do either.
He went back for I'm talking like half a cup of coffee. I don't know if it's this time or if it's like after this, between Florida or whatever. He goes for like a little bit, and then he's
You think you want a shot of caffeine, Trent?
shot of caffeine, Daddy. Wrong guy though. Need a Pope bobblehead for that.
Well, and their locker room was changing so much at this
A
time.
lot.
That around 2003 is when they started bringing up guys like Cena, Lesnar,
Yeah.
Batista, Orton. That whole new class of the ruthless aggression.
Yeah.
And I don't think he exactly fit into that.
That's when I stopped watching wrestling. I hated ruthless aggression
I'll
so
tell you,
much. I
during that
quit
first
watching
run,
it.
he was so hot. Like
Oh, D'Lo, yeah.
D'Lo, by far the biggest pop, it seemed.
That,
in
yeah.
college
Every
history.
week. Yeah.
He's very likable. He's always been very likable, you know. He comes in, they all brawl. Watts comes in. My comments say Watts comes in and puts this whole thing to sleep with the Triple J thing, and I was like,
Jack, and then the audience is like, "No, bro, we're
they're
totally
like,
not
Jack,
doing
what?
this."
Oh, Jack. Oh, sorry, Jack asked you. And he sets up a match for later. Asked Piper to be in the corner of AJ and D'Lo against Jarrett, a partner of his choosing. Piper accepts and says that this one's for Hawk, which I thought was kind of cool. Okay, Charles said D'Lo doesn't go back till 2008. Okay, so my bad. Yeah, I know he goes back. He goes back for like a hot second, and that's it. So interesting. But Scott Hudson is with America's Most Wanted discussing the title shot later on. They're talking about going for their fourth title. So just a quick setup promo. And then we go to Chris Daniels versus Michael Shane with Tracy Brooks. At this point, you guys catch this, Bill? At this point, Michael Shane is the longest reigning X Division champion up to this point, up to year one or year one and a half.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
That is shocking.
That's right. They do mention
Dude,
that.
what's the time
Yeah.
frame? Did they give the time? Do we know what the time frame is at this point?
What do you mean? How long the reign is?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
They said a specific amount of days.
Did they say?
Yeah, I don't remember.
because
what
that
it
is like
was.
the hot potato title, but it almost feels like Kid Cash had it longer, maybe even Sonny, but maybe I get, but obviously not.
Sonny's reign was pretty long too. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
like
not
that. They
alone.
both felt longer.
I'll tell you right now.
Maybe
Michael
just more
Shane-
defenses.
could be. Michael Shane's reign, that rhymes, was
Are you saying the X Division title had some sunny days?
sunny days of their own. Michael Shane's title reign was 140 days, and
So it's almost over at this point. Then
I gotta imagine it's getting there.
he's over 100 days. I want to say it was like 114. or
Wow,
something, they said.
Akeem saying he thinks it's a lot longer. So
No, not 256. No, 140 is what it says here.
Thank God it's not 256.
Yeah, does he have a second reign though? I don't know if he has a second reign.
I hope not.
No, I don't think he does.
As
Maybe he
Matt
does.
Bentley, maybe.
As Man Bentley, I think he has one more reign, but
Does he?
140 days behind him was the longest reign after him was Saban at 98, and then it was
but
it
he
was
doesn't
Kash.
lose it yet, so he's not at 140 days. But I
Right,
guess
right.
He's
At
at
this
about
point, we're not.
100 and something. Low
Yeah, we're
100s
100
maybe.
something here. But yeah, sorry for the spoiler arc. I mean, you do know he loses it eventually, right? I don't mean to like ruin it for you.
Wait, he
Like,
still
you know
got
you're
it.
18-year-old spoilers don't count.
Yeah, come on, man.
Well,
come
who
on,
was
man.
They
it
do.
earlier?
They do when you
Dang, what did he
want.
say? He was about to turn 4 years old when this happened.
Oh,
No,
shit.
Critical Sting was.
You heard this thing.
Yeah. Critical
What a
Sting.
youngin'.
You.
Oh, I thought. My bad.
Good for you.
So there's way too much like Shawn Michaels zing going on with him at this point.
The
Like, he's-
hair and the earring.
even
Earrings.
the gum chewing. Jay,
Yeah.
you're a big Shawn Michaels guy. The gum chewing he's doing is very Shawn Michaels, like the open mouth, like
Mhm.
gum chewing. I'm like, dude, really? Like, are we really replicating Sean that far with this? Like, that's what we're
just the mannerisms that he does, like while walking down the ramp. It's hilarious. It's like, man, he is really doing this.
doing. He's really going for it.
He's
That's
terrible. I can't stand one. He's awful.
I'm just not feeling it.
He's awful.
Oh, it cracked me up. I love the earring thing. I'm like, oh, I popped for the earring.
He did this spin and hop around thing too, like Armand saying. He does the spin and hop around thing. He does the same little pose. I'm like, come on, this is exhausting.
I mean, at least
if he did
Michaels can go in the
Shawn
ring.
Michaels Young Bucks pose, then
He
would have went too far.
I will say though, one of the key points of this match is Daniels getting hard weight on the stairs. That was brutal.
Oh my god!
Puddles.
Daniels gets my respect in this.
Oh,
dude,
he it was this.
No. Are you serious?
Yes.
Hard way in this.
Did you see it happen? Because he looked like
Okay, so this
Hard way in
was
the
one.
stairs.
No, it wasn't. This is one. No, he blocked it. Watch it back. He blocks it.
No shit, because they replayed it too.
They replayed it, and he puts his hand up last second, and then rolls over. Camera drifts. I'm getting really good at this. Camera drifts away.
Yes, Jay's really good at this. He catches this a lot. Yeah.
Camera drifts away. They're showing. What was it?
Shane or Tracy.
Shane and Tracy doing whatever. The ref, whatever. You know, they're on the ramp. They go back down towards Daniels. He rolls over. They put him in the ring, and he is just gushing.
Yeah.
Because when he hits the stairs and visibly rolls over away from the camera, there's no mark, there's no nothing. The camera goes on him. 10 seconds later, his head is covered in blood. These guys need to learn how to cut themselves. See, Oreo agrees.
He's pretty messed up, and I mean, he's if he hit an artery or vein, I don't know, man.
It was all over the damn mat by the end of the match.
I know.
mean, it was like, oof. So he needs a pint.
Yeah, that was a biohazard from the beginning of the show all the way through.
That's a bloodiest brawl right there.
I'll tell you what. Yes, I wonder if Mason on that DVD. Despite the bleeding, he finds a way to pants Tracy Brooks and give her a couple of zaps on the ass.
He does. I did catch that.
I will say, it was very nice. It was a very great visual.
Somebody paused the video.
Screenshot. I will say when he was about to give her the Angel's wings, this was probably the smoothest move of the match. He goes because he does the Angel's wing is he does like the double underhook. And he kind of floats him over towards the side. As he floated her, Shane came in, super kicked him right there. And I thought the timing was brilliant. Yeah. Because he got in right on his face. Did you catch that, J-Bone?
That was smooth. Yeah.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
Very, very. I loved it.
That whole segment was fun between I got her, I'm gonna get her now. Yeah. Spin around, wham. Yeah, that was
he good. Gave her a couple of slaps on the butt for like good measure. He's like, and I was like, man.
I'll tell you, Jay. I actually just rewatched it. I don't know.
It looked hard way to me. Really? Even in the replay when they show it,
it's so quick. He hits it. He goes down.
And he does
his head. So he doesn't dispose of the. If he bladed, I don't see the disposal of the blade
under the ring. Maybe or no?
No, he's not at the. He's near the audience.
When he's talking, when he's talking to her right before he gets thrown in there, and she's kind of doing whatever with her boobs. It almost looks like he's doing something with his hands, like he's pulling something out of his tape or something.
Watch it back again, Bill. Try to find that.
What he could have done, and this is the only way, like he either did go hard way or he rushed the blade job so quick, and that's why it was what it was, because it's quick. From when he hits the steps, falls, is on the ground. The camera has him. It's just this. It's this. That's it. That's the time he took. You see guys on the indie circuit blade today, they take a good 20 seconds to blade.
Yeah, they're not as smooth. Yeah. I mean, Bill, I'm sure you've seen I'm sure you've seen old Manser do it, and he definitely he gets in. I'm shocked. I total sidebar.
Yeah, those days they don't do it as much like some do, but mainly it's this.
They go punk because there's that way they don't get the fucking scar tissue.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because if you see Mance is like handsome, like his skin is great, and I'm like, this guy bleeds fucking buckets. I don't know how his skin is so good, but they do more of the puncture style now, so there's no scar tissue, right? But you don't know, like at Duel the Butcher had fucking grooves in his head for. You could put
so it's not your typical blade now. It's just at the pointed end.
Yeah, and just a couple of, and then you cut with a sweat, and you just pump your fucking veins a little bit, and there it goes.
There it is.
Dude, it's nuts.
I mean, I could be wrong, but when I watched it back like twice,
Yeah, we're going
like,
to Zapruder this. And,
Let's watch
go
it again.
frame by frame.
I'm down to do that with you guys. Let's do that.
we'll do that afterwards.
If you got anybody in the chat who watches it or say, just put it in on Twitter or something, let us know. I'll put in the comments of the video on YouTube here. Let us know what you find. What you think.
Paul says hard way.
Hard way? Okay. We're going to see. Blaker says he's going to watch it back too. Charles going to watch it
Yeah,
back too.
it's like I said, I just took another look at it. It's close. It could be because we don't have the right angle. And that's the good thing. I'll give the camera. It was away from the camera. So that's
Right.
a good job by Daniels. If it made it that we're questioning it, it was well done.
Right.
Fantastic.
But
it's not like past times where I've been critical of it, where it's like, the camera
it's
follows
like,
the guy
zoom
down
in.
next to the here's the camera. Oh, what you doing down there? Oh, I wasn't supposed to film that crap.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you've seen some cat call. I remember us specifically on Rudy one time. The wrestler threw it into the ring. It didn't fall out quite outside or between the apron. And you see Rudy kind of like tell the wrestler, shove me. So he gets shoved and he kind of slides and he sweeps the blade and he puts it in his pocket. I was like, man, made that one pretty obvious, Rudy.
that's the story of Rudy Charles in this era of TNA. Pretty obvious, Rudy.
Pretty obvious, Rudy. POR. Pretty obvious, Rudy. Traci ends up distracting Daniels at one point.
She was distracting you all match.
Oh, match, man. This was like a great 9 minutes. I'll tell you right now. Great. She gets the chain. She gets the chain to Michael Shane. Saban comes in to help. Daniels using it, gets DQ'd, and then he ends up brawling with Saban over the whole thing. How'd you come in here? I don't fucking need you. So they brawl. So they're going at it now. So that, I think what they're doing is they're setting up the leapfrog, because you got Saban is still feuding with Shane, but they're basically setting it up where Daniels lost his shot now, but if Saban finishes his thing with Shane, you can roll it back to Chris Daniels and come back that way. So just setting up the old leapfrog, like the down the line.
And can we just state that Michael Shane, who I think we were like, he's okay when he first started, who bled every match, still doesn't bleed?
Doesn't bleed. And his quality of
He
matches
gave it
has
up.
gone down. He's gone way down since getting the belt.
Because this was every chance. Like, if this was either hard way or improvised something, and Daniels is a freaking Crimson Mask, and you didn't go, let's do something on the fly and get me in on this. Come on, man. Like, you need, like, this now was a half decent match, but this could have been a really good match if he would have done it.
He just has.
What is he, Killer Cross?
Whoa.
Oh.
You're at
that
the
one.
show, Mark.
Slow on that one.
Were you at Slam? You weren't at
No,
Slam 18,
I was,
were you?
No.
No, that was.
I wish I was.
Wasn't that Slam Texas?
No.
Well, there was two
I
slams.
wasn't there. 19
slams were in
was in
Dallas.
Texas. 19 was in Dallas, and
Where was 20? No, it wasn't 20. 20 was in Nashville.
20 was in Nashville.
No, where was 18? 18 was in Dallas.
18
too.
was in Canada.
Toronto. Yeah.
Oh, 18. Yeah, that was moved.
That Rebel Center, that badass the Rebel complex. That was
Weren't there-
fucking sweet.
Bill, weren't there two pay-per-views back-to-back in Dallas at that
There
same venue?
was.
Or was
there
it?
was another
Hard to Kill
one.
was there too.
Hard to
Well,
kill. Hard to kill.
So it was different venues, though. That's what it was.
Yeah.
They're both
Yeah,
Dallas,
Bomb
but
Gillies
they're
Bomb Factory
And
Gillies.
Bomb Factory.
Bomb. Yeah, that's what I was dealing about. Yeah. So I remember they're both Dallas. Oh, okay. Because it was the Slam 19 then. That's the one that Cross had the issue
Yeah.
with. Were you were at that one, Mark? or no?
I was not at that show. No,
Oh, okay.
that was before I was
so
going back.
it was just the other one. I assumed it was in
Yeah.
Texas. So you were there.
No, I had still not started going back to live shows yet.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
where
I was
Cross
still just
lost
watching on
me,
TV.
that show.
Blood Packet Cross, as Lakers calls him.
Oh, is that what he got?
The worst.
Yeah, he wouldn't blade. I wonder now. Now that Cole and I went down for Hard to Kill, and she was obviously there patching people up and whatnot for Hard to Kill 20. But I wonder, had we gone down for 19, because he knew her. Well, actually, no, he didn't know her at this point because he hadn't been to AAW yet. But I wonder, had a nurse been there, because that was his old thing. There was no medical staff on whatever, right?
Mhm.
I wonder if he would have done it. I'm just not like I wonder. Like it's
Is
the
he a
what if.
wrestler or an actor?
Yeah, I don't
The
know. You
actor?
tell me. The actor? Has he bladed in NXT, Jay, or anybody in the chat? Has he bladed there? I'm curious. What, like, if he's changed his tune down there?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I
haven't
I'll
seen it.
haven't
answer that
seen-
without knowing anything. No.
I've only seen a couple of his matches. I haven't seen all of his matches. I mean, he hasn't had that many, but
I mean, here the thing is, I think more so for the Impact audience, it was just a disappointment because he was so good, though. I mean, there was so much to
The
do
character
with
was
him.
so cool.
There was so much to do with him. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Like, we had so much left to do, and it's like,
yeah.
whatever his issues with management. I mean, we don't know the whole story. We're on this side, so whatever happened. But it's like, man, I wish we got more out of him. I just feel like we got shorted because of whatever personal issues they all had going on backstage. So it is what it is. I personally, on a personal note, Kevin Cross and I, he's a friend of mine. I've worked with him. He is actually really, really cool. So on a one-to-one level, I have zero issue with him whatsoever. I don't know what happened down there in Impact. I still don't know to this day what the true story was with everything. So whatever it is, it is. But where are we at here? Scott Hudson
Ding!
is with 3 Live Crew talking AMW and the title match coming up. Disco comes in, says, I'm in here in peace. And says we can endorse you guys if you want to join Jeff Jarrett. Well, fully and with the endorsement package, you get the full support. You get he says something to David Young at this point, and David Young's kind of like an idiot still. And Simon and Swinger walk in, they're pissed off at Disco. 3 Live Crew's like, you guys argue, we're gonna go. And he's like, why weren't you guys at the meeting? They're like, what meeting? We didn't know about any meeting. And he's like. David, didn't you tell him there was a meeting? He's like, oh, yeah, I totally told him, Glenn. They're like, liar. You didn't tell him I said anything. And he's like, guys, what do you think? I'm an idiot? And they're like,
Yes.
Yes.
we need
That's now
that
the new
soundbite.
shtick.
I love it. We need that soundbite. What, am I, an idiot? Yes. Totally need that.
2 weeks in a row. That doesn't get old.
73 and 4. We need to get those sound bites. They threatened to interfere in the tag team match later on, and I believe in the tag match later after this. Is this the match where Abyss is shown watching from behind the scenes?
Yes.
It's in the
I think
okay.
that- yeah.
So it's AMW versus 3 Live Crew, and then they show Abyss. Now I like to point this out because it's always changing, but AMW comes out to the Guilty music because it's like depending on the mood of the sound guy, they'll do like the original AMW music. Then it's like, hey, they're feeling kind of cool today, man. Let's put the Guilty
It's a
song on.
big match.
Yeah, let's go with the Guilty song today. And it's like, can you guys just decide on which song to use for these two? Like, seriously, please. I did notice one thing. Jay, you're a detail guy. See if you caught this. When they were showing the flashback of AMW confronting 3 Live Crew and everything, the original AMW t-shirt had a saying on the back. Did you catch this? The original AMW saying was, sorry about your damn luck.
Oh, yeah, I think I did notice that like an episode or two ago. Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. I never realized that Storm basically extended it off of the AMW run. I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
critical thing. I got to say this. This is like my favorite Killer Cross line of all time. Do you like jazz? So the scene of him and Willie Mack sitting on the stairs, and he's like, you like jazz? He's like, what? He's like, you know who likes jazz? Richard Swan loves jazz. like me and my friend Rob, who made our intro, Rob and I will randomly be at AAW working. I'm like, hey Rob, he's like, what's up? You like jazz? And like we'll throw it out there to him all the time. You like jazz? So it's such a great little promo. But anyway, so yeah, I didn't realize that he took it from that, which I thought was funny. So the match goes on. Am I I mean, nothing much to the match, right?
I took no notes on this.
There was
because
nothing to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
This was a flop of a match for me.
for
It was
especially who's involved.
I don't know what happened here.
I mean, Simon Swinger
The
watched.
match was decent, but there was
Basic,
another
though.
finish that wasn't. But it was basic.
We get
Nothing
a ref
crazy.
bump.
Yeah.
Simon Swinger out there. We get a slight distraction. The ref bump. Glenn hits Chris Harris with a chair. Killings pins Harris, and they don't really know about the interference that just went on. I mean, just fuck finish, and it was just a very okay. That's it, I guess. All the hype for AMW to get this title match.
Exactly. I think I was expecting a much longer match and better match because it was their title shot.
Short match.
Yeah.
Not much there. Not much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott Hudson
Ding.
with Jeff Jarrett and Don Callis by the locker room. And it says, I don't know who the partner is yet. We're not sure. Callis like, you don't need a partner. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? God damn it, Callis. And he like shows him in his office.
So, you want me to do a handicap match? What the hell?
Yeah. And then we go to CM Punk and Julio DiNero, who are claiming everything is fine with them and Raven. We're good. We got his back. He's got our back. We're fine.
Yeah, one night only.
One night only. We're good. He loves us. You know, I'm gonna be the son he never had. All that shit. Like it was all that. So just a little setup for those two. And then red shirt security, Legend of Northcutt. Ryan Wilson's gone at this point, right? I think he's done.
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't seen him in a while. Well, he's either been written off because of his arm or he's actually hurt. Remember, they hurt his arm somewhere.
They were selling that for a few weeks now. It's like he never existed.
Mr. Non-personality, Ryan Wilson. That guy is like dry as shit.
Well, maybe his arm is really hurt, and so he's,
I want my pizzles back.
so he can't work.
Maybe
That was for like
Palmer before Palmer.
Palmer before Palmer. Yeah, it's true. They should bring back red shirt security. Just
no, they fucking should.
no, different guys
fucking
though. Different.
Yeah, like
different
they
red
should
shirts.
do a mix with like these
Want to see
random
something
jabronis
crazy?
and be
Check
like
it out.
some red shirts, some black shirts.
Check out this coordination.
Check out
This
the
is Don-
red shirt.
and the red pants. Don West for the show tonight.
What the hell are
Red
you
on
wearing?
red.
I love
Red
it.
on red. Red on red, baby. It's
Is he wearing a Susan jumpsuit?
Susan jumpsuit. That's
Are
exactly
you
what I was going to say.
serious?
Susan jumpsuit.
This fucking guy just walked off of Beat Street. This is amazing. Where's your
Fuck
cardboard?
off,
Keith?
Beat Street. Fuck yeah, Beat Street. We should do a watch along on Beat Street.
Love it. I have
It
it.
is good. But
So good.
speaking of cinema, I don't know if this was real or fake,
Mhm.
but there's like a movie coming out, like a Karen movie coming out.
Are you serious?
You mean like about Karens?
Like a comedy?
No, a serious movie.
Like a horror movie about a killer Karen?
Yeah, like I don't know if this is like a
Killer
killer Karen,
Karens. Killer Karens from Costco.
but there's like people that move into a neighborhood and their neighbors named Karen and
Oh
she's
my god.
like, yeah, it's a little bit like Lakeshore Drive. It looks like if you remember Lakeshore
Yeah,
Drive,
I do. I like
Sam
Lakeshore Drive.
Jackson.
Yeah.
But it's like
Pacific Heights.
it's like instead of Sam Jackson, put a Karen in there.
What?
He was such a dick in that movie, man.
I never saw. Is that based on Chicago's Lakeshore Drive?
No, it's in the
Oh.
hills.
Well,
of
I think it
Hollywood.
happens there, but it has nothing to do. Like it's just the setting.
Oh, I thought it was set in California
Is it?
because they have the fire break behind the houses. Yeah.
Oh, then maybe you're right. So so I don't know why they called it that day.
Wow.
That movie's worth a watch. I'd say
Is
it's
it
worth a
really?
watch.
I
Yes,
want
it's,
to see
it's a
that.
Jordan
If
Peele.
you
It's
like-
a Jordan Peele movie.
Yeah, if you
Crazy.
like movies, you remember
Watch
when
out
like
for this.
when Fatal Attraction was popular and it spun out all those like Pacific Heights and weird like
Oh, my
revenge
bad.
type movies.
It wasn't
like
Lakeshore
that.
Drive. It was Lakeview Terrace.
Lake-
Oh, Lakeview
Or the
Terrace.
I was going to say
Oh,
Lake.
yeah.
Lakeview Terrace.
Is there a
There you go.
Lakeshore Drive movie? There might be
I was gonna say,
Lakers has good taste in movies.
too many lake. Well, he's the Lakers. He's got to know all the lake movies.
That's a good point.
Lakers saying the
Solid
Karen
point.
movies by Jordan Peele. That's crazy. That's a Jordan.
No, he's been on a roll lately. He's been
yeah, it's
putting
got a
out
little
some
Get
good
Out
Yeah.
feel to it, but with Karen.
I didn't
Okay.
get out, but I saw the other one with the tethered fucking
Us.
Us.
What's Us? I saw Us.
Mhm.
Very loose on the explanation of Us. It was very Sixth Sense-y in a way. Or no,
I
I
don't
should
know,
not think
are you the only person in the world that saw Us but not Get Out?
I haven't
Yeah,
seen Get Out.
right?
Are they related?
That's possible.
Well, that's the first Jordan Peele movie. That's his
Yeah.
big breakthrough hit.
Well, Us was streaming and Get Out wasn't, so I just watched.
Oh. Well, that explains everything.
It's real loose on Us, how they break, how it all like works. I'm like, this is so loose. Like, where's the explanation to all this? Like, nothing made sense. But
I haven't
I-
seen any of those, but
Is
I
Get
hear
Out-
they're good.
I heard,
Yeah.
is Get Out good? I heard Get Out's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that is good.
Okay. I definitely wanted to watch that. Jay, we can do
Yeah.
a little romantic movie night backstage on
Ooh.
TNI here.
Get Out is definitely better than Redshirt Security, who suck ass.
And put a poll. Mark, I want you to put a poll up on TNI Twitter tomorrow. What's better, Red Shirt Security, Northcutt and Legend, or Get Out by Jordan Peele?
There was those when the whole thing with Kenny Omega started with Don Callis, and then backstage it was a couple of those guys, super big guys with real long hair, like mullet style. I mean, they could have been a perfect Red Shirt Security. Whatever happened to those guys?
I don't know. You tell me.
We don't want to look at it.
No, let's not find out. Let's not look that up again. Did anyone ever go back and find out when the fuck we looked that up on air? That was like all of our faces were just.
Oh, with Northcutt, yeah.
Yeah, like man, what a moment!
It was under 10 episodes ago. So
Was it?
Yeah.
It's kind of a legendary moment that I'll never forget in this show on the throwback. Like, holy fuck, we found out on air this dude is a pedo. We're like,
and a guy who I think had it all.
Well, and we were all of us were high on him. He had it all, but once you find that shit out, he had nothing. Fuck Northcutt, piece of shit. You suck in the ring too. You cut a promo. Fucking terrible look. Go lift some weights. Sorry, ass Northcutt.
Where do we leave off here? So boring match against the Gathering. Retro. I literally wrote DiNero pins Legend. Boring. Like nothing happened in this match. What is this? Richard is already worse because of what happens. Yeah, that's true. But look, put that poll up anyway, just for the sake of like, what the fuck kind of poll?
What
like, what's better, Red Shirt Security, Northcutt Legend, or Jordan Peele's Get Out? I just want to see if people even bother answering this question.
Random fucking shit.
Did you guys like this match? Though I didn't think that anything happened. This was so boring.
Dude, they just beat the shit out of Punk, pillar to post.
Punk,
well, that today in revisionist history, we can enjoy that.
Yeah.
I have no horse in the Punk race, so to me, I just know him from TNA.
Just I can rewatch Mickey Gale beat on him again. That's always good.
Absolutely. I don't mind seeing CM Punk get taken out.
I didn't realize he was so hated.
He's a prick, dude. I'm right there. He was not nice.
He's not a fan of the business, honestly.
No, and Jay loves him though.
He resents the business.
I can tell he's not a fan of the business. As somebody who's read his comments but hasn't really watched his career, you can tell he's not a fan of the business.
But what's funny to me is though, it's like pro wrestling tees. It'll definitely stay associated, get stylish t-shirts.
His ass.
Oh, sell the t-shirt. Oh yeah, make the money on wrestling, but
Mr.
hate
Coach,
wrestling.
Whatever you say.
They love him, man. I don't know.
What can we do?
I just don't get it. I just don't understand the love for CM Punk. I never got it.
So in this match, what we're saying is that for Bill and Trent, this is a great match because Punk just got his ass whipped pillar to post for 5 minutes, and then Julio steals a roll up, and the Gathering manages to get a win over the Red Shirt Security, which I'm okay with because fuck pedo Kevin Northcutt and fuck their damn siren thing that players God. It's like the worst. It is literally the worst entrance music in the history of wrestling.
It's purposely bad.
Of course, but it works too well.
They revise it later.
He's fat.
Yeah, it's true. Where do we leave off here? So that was nothing really. Scott Hudson, J-Bone.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Best
thing about CM Punk.
Isn't there
his wife is AJ Lee.
Isn't there a promo about the calendar?
I have that later.
Yes, that's after the match.
I have it after the next segment.
Yeah.
I thought
believe me, I wrote that down.
Oh,
yeah. I did too.
I thought it was right after.
Such a violation. You don't have that calendar anymore, Trent.
I know.
I did have it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We put it to use. Don't you worry about it.
I'll tell you how I got
to
it.
write down the promo. My bad.
I'll tell you how I got it. My buddy Dave got it for me for Christmas that year.
Now that's a Christmas gift.
Was it used when you got?
No. But Dave got it for me for Christmas, which I thought was cool. I had it. I keep shit like that, so I'm sure it's in my wrestling collectible box at my parents' house.
Now here's the question.
You need to go take that out.
I have a box here, but I have something in their basement too.
They talk about the website, the great website, and the video of the behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
Can that video resurface?
It's in the vault. Talk to Garrett, right? Garrett can probably pull that.
Because We talked about the beach, like Goldie told us about the Beach Bums video, but this,
which she has the tapes of. She's
the
like,
tapes.
she's been waiting to release it when Trinity ever wants to do like a Patreon with her. She's going to release that. That's the hot stuff. She said that.
I'll tell you, that video, it looked like it was filmed by the same guys that did the Spice video back then.
Absolutely, it did.
Spice
TV. And it wasn't going like this.
Oh, no. I told my Spice story on this. Yeah.
It's the only way to watch Spice is when the screen's going like that. Oh wait, I think did we take that out of here? We used to have that.
We had it. But in the day of podcasts and audio only, you'd have a field day.
Oh, absolutely.
Back then, channels were scrambled.
Yes,
but not the audio.
Not the audio.
Nope.
If you can kick it to some audio, you're gold, man. You were absolutely.
Hey, you could. Sometimes you would catch
5 minutes. You'd catch it.
Every once in a while, man. That vertical would hold, or the horizontal would catch. But the horizontal would catch for like 3 seconds, and it'd be right in the boob window for like 3 seconds, and they'd be like waving like this. Oh man, and you'd be like almost there, and then it would fucking.
I saw one. Yes.
And then you realize it was like, good dude. You're like, damn. It was kids these days don't know how. Critical sting, you got no fucking clue. No fucking.
Those were the
corners everywhere.
This is something that the critical one would not know at all. Absolutely not.
Nah. All right, let's move on. This is Patreon content shit.
The early days of cable.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We do go to Scott Hudson.
Ding!
With the franchise, Michael Shane and Traci Brooks. Talks Jeff Jarrett's proposition. He turns it down though. He says, we do our own thing over here in Franchises Incorporated, basically, and then talks about Saban coming after Michael Shane. So they're setting it up. So Saban is the next guy. Then we get to the girls of TNA plug-in footage. What
do we say about this?
Great. This is awesome.
It's awesome. It's the best segment of the show.
I love it. I got to find that calendar.
Yeah.
Then the match is Shane Douglas with Traci Brooks versus Chris Sabin. Now, I will say, franchise is definitely cleaned up at this point. He looks good.
He looks like his old self right now.
Yeah, he looks jacked. He's definitely not. He's not that not sweating. I'm sure he's in a clean state here. And I thought this was where Mike Tenay was shining. This is classic Tenay on commentary, guys. Tenay mentions Shane Douglas. He mentioned Chris Sabin's birthday, which was something 1982, and he
21.
mentioned 21. Yeah, and he mentions that Shane Douglas made his pro debut 4 months after to the day after Chris Sabin was born.
Wow!
And I was like, "Holy crap!"
Damn.
Like 1982.
Wait, Douglas was in the ring in '82.
Dude, Shane Douglas. Well, Shane Douglas trained with Mick Foley, so they were in the same class with Dominic DeNucci. So. They trained together. They went out together. Now, they basically went like this. Foley stayed a lot of East Coast for a while. Shane went to Mid-South, NWA. Look at Shane Douglas's cage match, like match history. That dude made rounds. He was a lot of people don't even know. Shane Douglas was in the WWF in 1990. Not many people know about that.
Wow.
Bill, you might remember this because he was doing all
What
these.
was his gimmick?
Nothing, just Shane Douglas.
Just Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
Young guy.
Young guy. Good-looking guy.
Short hair, young guy.
He was either going by a shoot name, it was like Troy Martin or Shane, one or the other, And he had like a while where the run was there, just nobody knew him. They was just whatever. And then he left to WCW, did the whole thing with what's his name? Hawk's brother or Animal's brother, Johnny Ace. Johnny Ace did the Dynamic Dudes thing, did the Rick Steamboat thing, came back, did Dean Douglas, went to ECW, then Dean Douglas, then back.
Dean Douglas.
Yeah, then went back and forth. I mean, he's had a very storied career. I gotta give it to him.
You didn't even touch on the part where I became a fan, which was XPW, because I lived on the West Coast at the time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, XPW.
Like I knew him from ECW, but I became a fan in XPW. Because he carried the league for the first year. He did.
I will say the match him and Candido had in XPW was pretty good. That's probably the best XPW match I've ever seen. So not a bad little factoid here. Michael Shane comes out. Traci gets involved. There's a pie in the sky here, I believe, at one point.
Oh, there is definitely a pie in the sky.
Yeah, I love it.
There is.
Douglas gets messed up and hits Traci by accident, and then Sabin wins. So big win, J-Bone, for Sabin here. Still wrestling today.
There was it last week? I think it was last week. Traci gets involved, and I forget who it is. If it's Chris Sabin or Christopher Daniels, someone legit kicks Traci like right in the head.
Oh, maybe it was Saban
Like
or Daniels.
Like she was outside of the ring, and someone like went to like, you know, kick her like through the ropes and like nailed her like right in the head. It was great. I was like, oh, first bump.
You're right. I do remember seeing that. I'm trying to remember who that was.
It was one of the X Division guys, but I popped for it. I was like, oh damn.
That was her first bump. She's been in the ring several times. She hasn't bumped yet.
Well, I meant like what looked
With
like
the franchise?
harsh.
Like a good one.
yeah, like yeah, it looked harsh.
Scott Hudson
Ding.
with AJ Styles, D'Lo Brown, Roddy Piper discussing the match later. Rowdy again looks fantastic back there. He just looks great. D'Lo cuts
He looks
a great promo.
fired up.
He does, man. D'Lo
It's the
cuts a great
haircut.
promo. The haircut. He just looks healthy here. I don't know what
Yeah.
it was. Like very different. And then they're discussing the match later. D'Lo cuts a great promo too. We got a little Raven and Abyss hype. The trailer there, and then it's the match: Raven versus Abyss. I got good match. Reds interfere and Abyss spears Raven through the table. I wrote shenanigans at every turn, Bill. This was shenanigans, bell to bell on this one, and Raven wins by DQ. I mean, it was like a total disaster.
Yeah, this is about as bad as it gets with shenanigans and stuff. Like, and this feels like a Mike Tenay. It almost feels like he's like yelling into the ring. It's like, this is awful. Like this,
So
and you can tell like he was doing that. He did it. It felt like he did it multiple times in this show. He's like kind of yelling. It's like, how can you not see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my notes for this match are a fucking mess. I have like tons of notes, nothing about the action or what's going on. Just like who's running out.
Run it off. I'm curious what you had. Just bullet.
I've just no DQ. Abyss doesn't know how to set the table up, which was hilarious. This match, the real story was Abyss versus that fucking table. Dude, Legend distraction leads to spear in the table. Abyss takes out Legend. Legend pulls ref out and Northcutt in. Bear hugs for everybody. Raven via DQ. Garbage booking. Jesus fucking Christ. Gathering out. Jesus fucking Christ. Chair shot by Abyss on Raven. Jesus fucking Christ. Another escapes from Black Hole. Jesus fucking Christ. Not light, not heat, but I'm still standing. Asks for cage match. Jesus fucking Christ. What's happening? Those are my notes for this match.
Oh, you got me rolling. Those are great notes.
Well, I think that's
Like,
what Mike
nothing
Tenay was
about the
saying the whole
match.
time too.
And nothing about the match itself, though.
That table bump where the table just exploded, but it looked like it almost like I've never seen a table collapse like that. It's like it was all discombobulated, like in the corner, like it was completely just.
That table was the MVP of the match.
It was just completely disheveled. It looked like it almost like tried to like eat one of them because it was like it collapsed so weird around them, and my cat's just like laying down on my top.
I love it. That's awesome.
That was
right
perfect. That was so perfect. As he's
he's back.
Now he's back. Talking about the disheveled table. Can you hear us, J-Bone?
Oh, did I?
United J-Bone.
You froze it like the most amazing
You were like-
time. And then another thing.
And then my cat's gonna. It was like this.
Yeah,
You were like,
I
my
thought
cat's
for a
gonna-
second it was a cat-related incident.
I did too. That's what I thought.
Like it was going back. Oreo knocked it all down.
You know, I was in the middle of saying this, and then my cat just did like this on my tower next to my monitor, and she was adorable. And then she just had this look on her face like, "What are you talking about, Daddy?"
But just a mess, though. I mean, DQ, Gathering comes in, red shirts, full-on brawl. Raven challenges for a cage match next week, 3-on-3. I do like Raven
My
promo.
notes just look just like the match, though, don't they? I'm looking at them again. Like they look just like the match. Total fucking mess.
I hear you knocking. I'm coming in. You know, throws that line in there.
I love that.
I mean, Raven's fantastic.
Yeah, always.
Now, Tommy Dreamer, by the way, has Raven as the guest on his latest House of Hardcore podcast. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
I need to check that out. I'd love to hear those two chop it up. That'd be cool. All right, closing segments here, guys. Don West, Yellow on Yellow, the great Don West. Which, if you missed it, guys,
Yellow on yellow. We always debate on this: yellow on yellow or gold on gold.
Gold
I
on
know
gold.
this is yellow. You said gold.
I say
gold this time.
Gold. Jay, are you yellow or gold on that? Don West here.
I am yellow. I am yellow on
2 versus 2,
50-50.
boys.
Gotta go to the audience here.
Yep,
Audience,
all right.
is he yellow
I
on
got
yellow or gold on gold? Let's see. Again,
it's
guys,
it's not shiny like gold. That's why I went
Oh,
yellow.
I thought it was shining like a freaking sun because come on, but let's do the line.
hey, take it easy, huh? Take it easy. Have a little respect for Rohit. Come on.
Oh, that line.
Oh, that line.
Interesting that you
No, I'm
bring
talking about the
Rohit up.
lines in the bathroom in the 80s there,
Oh, Jay.
Oh,
Sound off, guys.
lines.
But real quick, if you guys missed it, top of the show, we talked about Don West. There is a GoFundMe for Don West. We'll retweet it out at our Twitter at We Talk Impact, or Talking Impact got on his. Go check it out, guys. It's floating around. Retweet it. Donate if you can. Please do.
shout out to Talking Impact, who's been doing a lot.
Oh, dude, he's a
that.
fucking
And,
man, dude. Like,
dude, his Instagram, his Twitter, like just pro shit, like good, solid, like trustworthy news.
I put it in the chat again just because people come in and out of the show. So there it is.
Please do. I also want to say, guys, if I meant to say it's at the top of the show. If you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to give the video a like real quick. If you're not subbed, give it a sub. Twitch, give it a sub and a follow, guys. Just don't forget to do that before we sign off tonight. But all right, let's get to the closing segments here. Scott Hudson,
Dang.
with Don Callis, talking Watson Piper. Fantastic promo by Don Callis here. I thought this was great.
Callis is just gold. I mean, going back to 2003 to like this past week, just going batshit cuckoo, getting fired on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. It's unbelievable. Almost 20 years of, and his time on TV goes back before this in WWF, but I never saw any of that. So I'm counting
WWF.
it.
Shackle.
You know.
Cup of coffee with that too.
Yeah,
Long
he's
hair.
so good.
But this was a great promo. I liked this one a lot.
Or my bad. It goes back before that with ECW.
There you go, J-Bo.
Lost a few more brains.
Well, it was after.
Continue.
It
Sorry.
was Jackal first, and then ECW. Then he was the network.
Well,
the network.
it was a cup of coffee, but
Jackal was just a little bit, yeah. He predominantly was in other parts of the world. Before he really did much in America, but
Cal Ass, as Watts would call him.
Hey, Rookie of the Year '92, by the way.
Yes,
Eric Watts.
Absolutely. I put that on our Twitter. Rookie of the Year, Eric Watts. The back to the Callis promo real quick. It was really fucking good. Mm-hmm. He had one line I loved. It was you need about 4 more brains to have a battle of wits with me.
Oh, great line.
Killer line.
I like that.
That is great.
Callis is so good.
That's a good line. I do like that. He's smart. He's a wordsmith, man.
He is.
All right, main event, guys. We're doing good on time. Just a little bit over the hour, but we talked a little bit about Don West in the beginning. So we're gonna give me a little pass on. All right, Jeff Jarrett and Kid Kash is the tag team partner. Elevation of Kid Kash here, which I thought was great.
Big
Kash
time.
is great. So Kash main eventing with Don Cal Ass in their corner, taking on AJ Styles, D'Lo Brown with Roddy Piper. Piper with the NWA flag, waving that.
D'Lo Brown with the DMX "What's My Name" generic entrance music.
Is that what he came out to?
Hype as fuck. I was so hyped. Hell yeah. Badass music.
Mark, did you hear about that? Stevie Ray did a whole like tribute show for DMX in Houston. Did you hear about this?
No, I did not.
Stevie Ray hosted this big DMX tribute, a bunch of musicians, a bunch of big parties somewhere. I don't know where it was.
I would have loved to have gone to that.
You got to check out Stevie Ray does a live radio show every Saturday on some radio station by you guys.
Here?
I don't know where. Yeah, in Houston.
No shit.
He's
I
on
don't
radio
listen to the radio ever. I'd have to figure out where radio is first.
I'll find out what station it is, but he's always doing like parties and meetups and shit like that.
Huh,
so.
Nice.
What's a
awesome,
radio?
dude. What's a radio? Which one's Jay?
He's one of those guys you're proud to say is from your town,
He's cool as shit. Like I listen to that show he does.
Experience for life.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I
looked that shit up.
I listen to that show he does with Russo called Black and White, and he's so intelligent. Like he's such a smart dude. I love Stevie Ray. Jeff Jarrett, I wrote down background check. What was that? I don't know why I wrote that down in my notes. Anybody else write down the words background check? I wrote down Jeff Jarrett background check. that something that came up in the match? I don't know why I wrote that down.
No idea.
Weren't they? Wasn't that all part of like some list that they were going through at the start of the show?
The hit list or whatever.
Yeah, well, no, it was at the end when Jarrett was talking to Callis about checking stuff off. He's like, "Oh, did you check the shelters? Or did you check the?" It was all Piper related.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing it had to do with that. Maybe not.
Something. I wrote on I have Jarrett background check. I don't know why I wrote that down. But match is not bad. Pretty good back and forth. Good action. I mean, these guys are all fantastic workers, no question about it. There was a spot AJ's got Kash. Well, AJ and Kash are the top rope. Piper hits Kash with the NWA flag. AJ does a top rope Styles clash, which looked like all face for Kash. Like Kid Kash, like face flat. I'm like, looks painful. AJ and D'Lo win. Jeff Jarrett's pissed at Don Callis. Did you guys catch the big botch here? I know Bill caught this. You catch it?
Yeah, I caught it. I know J-Bone caught it too, though.
I don't think I did.
Oh,
no.
Huge.
They spoiled the return.
Yeah.
No, I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
For some reason.
as soon as Styles and D'Lo Brown won, they played about a half a second of Sting's music, and I was like, and I ran it like over and over in my head for a second. Like I'm like, oh, that was like really heavy guitar. Kind of sounded
Metallica.
like
It's the Metallica ripoff. You know,
I'm like, kind of sounds. I'm like, who's is that? Is that Sting's? Because Sting's only been around a few times, and I forgot what they used for him. I'm like, it sounds like WCW Stinks. I forgot what they used last time, so I know, and I'm remembering now. Thank you, Oreo. Yes,
thank you, Oreo.
Which one's Jay?
I recently watched the Foods That Made America documentary about the history of the Oreo, which was very fascinating, by the way.
I ate Oreo earlier.
Dude, this series is fantastic. It's on the History Channel. If anybody's watching it, it's phenomenal. Foods That Made America. I really recommend this, by the way. Yeah, they spoil it, right? So Sting's music plays. It's like, dun, 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 oh, shit. And then Bill, look at Jarrett's face when this happens. There's a look, because he kind of like, he looks like, but he kind of like,
Keith Mitchell in the truck.
You've stepped over the line now. You've taken it too far.
He looks at Borash and he goes, what the hell is going on here? And I know that's not about the brawl that just happened. It's about fucking asshole music guys. What that means.
Music guy struggles often.
And then he plays the right one. And then Watts appears in the crowd. He says, next week, Kyle's going to be on the line. And Jarrett's like, no, it ain't. I defended shit. I just defended. And TNA, like the fucking artist he is, he's like, he's right. He's defended it within 30 days. He is not obligated to defend that title next week, which brilliant detail by Mike TNA. The NWA rule, 30 days. If you defend it within 30 days, you don't have to defend it again. He's like, champion's discretion. He doesn't have to. And I love Jarrett's like, I'm not going to do it. And Watts is like, next week it's on the line and it's against Sting. And then you got the fucking music. Then the music hits full on. Then you hear Jarrett as they're going off. It's like, no title on the line. It's not happening. It's not happening. And then him and Watts brawl to end the show, like a full-on brawl.
Because Watts. Because why fucking not?
Share shots with Kash, everything. What's sad about this is when Watts is walking through the bleachers, he looks like he's having so much trouble. The problem is when they do the pan out from the bleachers instead of like the zoom in, you see like just a couple people around him.
Yeah.
They do the pan out from the bleachers and like looks like half the bleachers already left. This was not a good audience. And look, it's December. It's getting close to Christmas. It's cold out. Not as many people are going to go out. So they're trying to get as much crazy shit in these shows as possible to hype it up to get that die-hard audience to stay. But it's late in the show. You already kind of know what's going to happen. It's like, no, wait till the end. No, fuck it. Half the bleachers left, and then Watts is standing there with half of bleachers with Goldilocks hanging over him. And it's so it's so awkward with Watts. He completely bombs. He's like halfway through. Jarrett won't shut the fuck up. He keeps interrupting him. He keeps fucking him up to the point that Watts is like, and the title's gonna be. It's like, no, they don't wrestle in a title. They wrestle in a match. It's like just book this. Yeah, just tell us what it's gonna be. Thank you very much.
That's true. But dude, you're right. Jarrett keeps talking over him, and I got a weird feeling. It's almost like the fact that they're gonna tape a fresh one next week when it's like the holiday go home. And like the crowd is so scarce on this one. I'm like, did they do a double taping and they're just gonna chop up matches or something? I don't know. I just don't like. Are they taking? Is it like an afternoon taping that they did this day? And they're like, we'll be back at 7 for like they did that. I know they did it a couple times where they had to double up the days and they did an afternoon taping, and that's why the crowd was like weak. And then because it's like Christmas time, they wanted to get a couple tape while everybody's instead of flying the talent back in for another week, like which is the go home weeks. I don't know. The crowd was very thin though, very very thin, oddly thin.
Yeah, it went all the way around. It's just that big section above the bleachers that's usually packed full was tarped off. And or just completely empty. So that, when they showed the whole, background, that was significant.
No Jimmy Hart. No thanks.
No. Why?
Yeah, right.
Why? Yeah.
Boy, the correlation there.
Yeah.
If I'm Hart, I'm asking for a raise.
Jimmy Hart equals asses and seats.
It does. He gives them straps to beat Jeff Jarrett with. They're definitely coming to the show.
Right.
But my last note on the show is crowd is weak. That's the last thing I wrote in my notes. But that's it. I mean, they threw a lot. I feel personally, they almost threw a little too save Sting for after Christmas. Like you're blowing your load on a month where people aren't going to go out. They got to save money for Christmas. And the crowd size shows it. I'm like, bringing Sting in for a Christmas go home is like, unless you're
we'll
taping
see what the crowd looks like. We'll see if he draws with that announcement.
Yeah. Now, if they tape 2 episodes out of it, if they tape what's going to be the January premiere, or I don't know, they tape 2 things out of it, or just tape a shit ton of content after Sting being there. That's one thing. But I feel like you should have kicked off your year with the Sting title match instead of this. So I don't know. We'll see what happens next week, though. But that's the show, guys. That's NWA-TNA number 74.
Wow.
December
almost
10th.
there. We're in the home stretch almost. We have one more episode of 2003.
That's it.
And that's it. And then we're into the final stretch and pay-per-view of what, 6 months? 5-6 months of.
Wait, does anybody know? Yeah, 5, 6. No,
So
they ended
June, right?
They end in late August.
Oh, they go through the summer.
They go through the summer because the premiere on Fox Sports is the whole sell was watch it after school. That was the idea.
Right.
At 3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock after school.
It ends at 111.
111.
September 8th.
Yeah. I mean, we still got a little ways to go here. We got 30 episodes to go here still. 30.
Yeah, but looking back over your shoulder now, it's like, man, we're almost there. We're into the back third now. So
That's
you
true.
and J-Bone have been here since
The
the very
championship
beginning.
rounds, as they say.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll be through the year. I mean, we're going to be through this year. We still have through this till 2021 is going to be throwbacks. In 04 is when the 6-sided ring makes its debut, though. That's where the next resurgence comes in. Team Canada, Team Mexico comes in. All Jeff Hardy comes in. I mean, this 04 is a fucking cool year for TNA. This is a defining year coming up.
Yeah, so we're going to get on TV here.
Well,
This is it.
And we're going to be able to talk about the 6-sided ring every week. And there's always opinions on the 6-sided ring. So that's going to make for some good shit.
There's been talk about bringing that thing back in some special capacity.
TNA 1-hour show, but man, that's a lot of work for one show.
It's a big ring to set up too.
If it were just like for one show, I'd be fine. But I would not want it back permanently.
I think you're gonna get the nostalgia from it. Like someone's gonna be like, "We'll do it for one show only," or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, maybe that could be the No Place Like Home. Maybe
that could be.
There you go.
My question, the odd question I have.
Hates 6-sided ring.
They do. The odd question I have is do they still own the 6-sided ring, or did that get get sold off at some point after they stop using it.
Well, Jarrett might have some in the GFW vault.
There you go.
True.
He was the six-sided ring proponent anyways, right?
He
It's
was.
all Jarrett that was responsible for that.
I do know, like now it's local ring. It's ring crews. They don't have their own ring. It's not a traveling ring anymore. They use the regional ring. So like in the Midwest, they use the same guy AAW does. It's like one of the
Bob
best
Rosen,
ring.
yeah.
Well, not Bob Rosen. No, Bob Rosen's gone. he's down south. No.
Oh yeah. But that's
the
who
Midwest.
Was the long time Florida.
Bob. Bob was the guy.
He was
Florida. He now they use in the Midwest they use I forgot their company name, but it's Merle's rings. Merle has got like 4 ring crews floating around the Midwest at all times. Funny enough, Mance Warner started off on Merle's ring crew back in the old days.
He's a Merle man.
He's a Merle guy. So, but
is this the Merle man here?
But I will say, Bound for Glory 19 in Chicago used Merle's ring. That was Merle's ring. So that whole crew that was taking the ring down, that's Merle. That same guys who do our rings at AEW. So
yeah,
great rings. But I don't know if they own the 6-sided anymore. Like, is that a thing? Like, is that at Dixie's house or something? Like, I got it, darling. It's in the garage. Kids run around, like
they sold it to AAA.
I totally get. I do get the logic, though. When Jarrett says like he wanted it so that people flipping the channels would see it and immediately it wasn't WWF. And I totally understand from a marketing perspective that logic. That's really brilliant. But yeah, not a fan overall, and I'm sure the talent absolutely hates it. Like Bill said, I can see where. I mean, you're taking these people who've developed these skills in one way and say, "Hey, just do it different now." Okay.
True. But that's it, man. That's the show, guys. We're getting into that stretch though. 04 it started. I'm telling you guys, if you have not been watching Throwback and you want to just start now, 04 is a really, really cool year.
And you should absolutely be on the TNI Discord because very good friend of the show, Truck, runs the NWA-TNA Throwback Watch Along at 8:00 Central, 9:00 Eastern. 2 hours before this show is supposed to start. We started late tonight, but typically the watch along ends 5 minutes before we go live. So even if you don't have the Impact Plus app, which is a piece of shit, and I get it, you can watch along on the Discord for free with us.
There you go. So watch it that way. If you don't want to have it, it's an easy way to watch it. Yeah, you just pop in and watch it. So I don't know how that watch along stuff works. I have no idea how
we had
works.
12 people at one time in with several in and out tonight. It's really, really a lot of fun. It makes doing this show that much more fun. I was just saying earlier in the Discord, I didn't realize I love this show. I've loved this show since the beginning. Like, I think that's well known. This has been my favorite show on and off throughout periods of time. With the Discord watch along, this show is even better now with the crew we have in there. So join the Discord. We're at 96 people in the Discord now. We're almost at 100. A lot of those people are starting to tune in for the watch alongs. We're going to do Ready to Rumble this weekend. We're going to do a watch along Ready to Rumble if we can find the time. Streaming in the Treehouse, which you can get to access via Patreon, which is patreon.com/WeTalkImpact. We've got streaming going on in there. We show some pay-per-views in there. Check us out, man. There's a shit ton of stuff going on Discord. Thinking about premiuming our bots so we can get some more cool shit going on there. We'll see. But anyways, sorry. I got to the plugs early.
Y'all are talking German to me, man. I have no idea what any of that means. J-Ball, are you with me on this?
If I remember correctly, the start of Rocky 3 or 4 had some kind of premium bot running around the house.
The best one, Rocky 4.
It's the most rewatchable. I will give you that.
Remember when they reprogrammed the bot and it was all like sexy?
Hey, friend of the show, Kevin Martin. Late nights.
Is that me?
Yes.
Whose body am I on?
I don't know.
Whose body is that?
I don't know, but the hair is incredible.
Who is the way? Scroll it up. Man, I am a flying Elvis. Thank you, Zach.
That is
was that Estrada?
And yes, it is. And Zach, I hope you're feeling better, man. I hope health-wise you're doing okay.
Absolutely. Best wishes.
Kevin Martin in the house. Hey, Kev.
Big Kev.
Are you at the office, Kevin? Like right now? Like, because he works late. Like, I want to know if Kevin.
Shout out to Kevin Martin for some local Nashville tips helping me set up my trip. Yeah, you guys got to see this fucking hotel my wife booked.
Oh
Holy shit! It's called like I don't even want to go to the show anymore. It's like called the Grand Opryland Resort in something.
Fancy. I'm at whatever the cheapest place in town is.
One night at this hotel is costing far more than Slammiversary cost me.
Wow.
Whoa.
Far more.
Whoa.
Bill, are you at the Talent Hotel or where are you at?
I don't know what the Talent Hotel. I know I'm in.
How do you find out the
Where's the
Talent
scumbag?
Hotel?
Where's the scumbag?
Oh, there
I'm
it
at
is.
The scumbag hotel.
Kevin's got me.
Gaylord Opryland Hotel and Convention Center. Mark,
We're
what the
staying
hell,
there
bro?
for one night. Well, it's all I can afford. That's like my budget for the next year was one night at this place.
And then
So
where do you
it's-
go? You move hotels after that?
Man, I tell you what. Since Kevin Martin is in the chat, I actually want to get this message to Impact. Anyways, I have a 10-day trip coming up. I would have loved to attend tapings the next day if I had known they were going to be there, but I had already booked out a 10-day trip. You guys got to give us more time on that announcement because I can't make any tapings now. Kevin already knows this, but I want to make it official that, TV tapings the next day. It'd have been cool to be there. I'm sure Bill will be at every single
Are you at
taping.
them?
I'm jealous.
Well, they tell you later. I mean, it's hard to. I mean,
Dude,
if you can't,
I
you
had
can't make
already
the day-
booked 10 days worth of hotels. I can't unbook 10 days with hotels.
Are they allowing
I know it's
people
not
at the following tapings?
That's the deal. Yeah, that's what they're doing,
Yeah.
Jay.
They're doing tapings after Slam.
Oh, snap.
Let me ask you this though. Hang on. Are you going elsewhere after Nashville? Are you floating?
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm going to Six Flags St. Louis.
Yes.
I haven't been there.
Maybe I'll meet you there. It's like
That's cool. So we're going there. We're doing Lake of the Ozarks. We got like
shit.
a
Dude.
cabin in Lake of the Ozarks. We're gonna
That's
do
nice.
round one in Dallas, and then I don't know, maybe a few more things. Like I work
Good
from wherever, so I'm just. Unfortunately, we're not bringing my dog, so I don't want to be gone too long because I'll miss her. But I'm bringing my computer with me. I can work from anywhere. I would have loved to have stayed in Nashville longer, but this ended up being a family thing, so it's gonna be like a whirlwind now.
That's cool though, man.
Yeah.
Lake of the Ozarks is sweet, man. That's
I've never
awesome.
been there. It
Real
looks
nice.
beautiful.
It's
yeah.
very, very beautiful. That's cool. Very cool. Awesome stuff. Yeah, Jay, why don't you get down to Nashville?
Yeah, the Ozarks on Netflix is pretty cool.
I keep hearing that's a great show, by the way.
I didn't like it. It was too slow
No?
for me.
My sister's
was
like, you
very
gotta
slow.
watch it. You gotta watch it.
My wife loved it. Yeah.
It's
I did-
it's the darkest shit I've ever seen Jason Bateman in. You're used to like these family warm,
Hogan's
bubbly
family
comedies.
gets dark, man.
Yeah, especially when the murder starts happening.
Oh,
Oh, wrong show.
Go for first
Hogan
episode.
family, I'm talking about.
20 stories splat.
Hey,
It's
Can you go-
it's intense.
wait a minute, Jay. Not to cut you off. Kevin wants to know: Are you going to the after party on Slam, Mark? That's what he's
Yeah.
asking.
I have the. My wife was like, "This is the hotel. I want this hotel," and I was like, "Can I stay out all night?" And she was like, "Well, yeah, we're gonna be busy," and I was like, "Cool."
After
so,
party.
so that overpriced hotel bought my night out that night too. So
There you go. You gotta go with Kevin Martin. You gotta end up at Waffle House and watch the amount of hash browns this man will eat at Waffle House. That's
I've
what you
heard
got
it's
to.
legendary, but I keep
Legendary.
thinking, how many could it be?
It's legendary. And the way it's amazing. But the after
after
party, he said it
party.
right there at the Waffle House across the street, baby. Kevin,
My
sneak Mark to
kind
the
of after
hotel.
party.
Get him to the hotel. Get him in Swinger's room. Get him. Kev, it's amazing. Basil and I still talk about the hash browns to this day. It's amazing. I love hash browns too. Covered and smothered 3 times over, right, Daddy? Come on. Anyway, that's fun. That's cool. Bill, are you gonna do the TV tapings or no?
Yes.
Nice. There you go. So Bill will
I
be
will
there.
break the news here. I will.
There you go.
Amazing.
He'll be there.
I had no
as soon
clue
as I saw
they
the
had
email.
that plan.
As soon as I saw
Yeah.
the email, I was like, "Bill's
should've-
buying every one of these."
They should have told everybody. But
Well,
right at the time.
I am driving out, so that allows the. But I always planned. Well, before it even was fans, I'm like, okay, I'm not booking anything the week of Slammiversary, and I always left some days for just in case. For my history with TNA Impact and going to live events, always told me pad the schedule.
For
So I'd always
tapings,
recommend that to anybody. Pad the schedule.
Well, next time I will be aware of that now that this happened this time. And if the taping were earlier, the first taping is at 3 p.m. And so it's just
Is
a
it
little
really?
late to leave.
Wow.
Yeah, because we got 4.5 hour drive after. It's like, man, we could do it, but with kids, probably don't want to do that,
Is
Because
your,
next day, Six Flags, I want to be like 100%
Oh, yeah, dude.
for Six Flags. So
I'm going on Friday. Me and Basil, we're going on Friday. I took the day off.
Well, we all got family season passes, so we're definitely going to hit.
Fuck yeah, dude! Hell yeah!
We talked about Great America, but most likely we're going to do over Texas. We'll see.
I want to tour at least 2 more Six Flags this year with my pass. I'm a Diamond Elite member of Six Flags.
Nice.
I am top tier member, bro.
I'm just a season pass holder at Jersey.
I am a fucking lunatic when I go to Six Flags. I am like my dad's like, you, I don't know why you don't even have kids. Like, you'd be the fucking man,
right? You're the amusement park freak.
Well, that's why you don't have kids.
It's like I want it all for myself, you know. That's what it is. But like, no, I'm fucking nuts, dude. I get all the gimmicks and shit. I'm on all the stuff. I get 50%.
Kevin Martin calling you out.
Diamond Elite Six Flags.
Elite.
Nothing to do with down south at all. I want nothing to do with that elite at all. Diamond Elite Six Flags. I want my roller coaster.
Too sweet, me, bro.
Oh, Impact World Champion Kenny Omega. Right.
Got
it.
Not for long. Hey, congrats to Sammy and Jess, by the way, huh? Got engaged. Good for them. We'll announce that on Thursday as well, but good congrats to them.
We announced it on Sunday as well.
Did you? We'll put it on Thursday's main show. Put it on there. Yeah, Thursday. And by the way, see if I can reach this without falling. We'll close on this. Oh, okay. Teaser.
Careful.
I'm gonna unbox this on Thursday.
Oh, a teaser unboxing. What could be in it?
This is big.
Drugs.
No.
Well, it's a padded envelope.
The bell. It's the bell.
It's not the bell. I wish it was.
Oh.
This is
the replacement bell.
This is heavy.
We got a request.
I hope it's not a bell.
We should.
Is that even still in? I don't even think it's even here.
We got rid of it, Kevin. We got rid of it.
We at least need the audio of it.
Yeah. I'm going to get one of those stream decks with just a bunch of audio in it. I'm going to get one of those things.
There you go.
Basil said he'd help me set it up. I was getting the audio.
Well, you want to break out the Sammy for throwbacks? Since he probably won't hear it. You want to sing as Sammy, Here Comes the Bride?
Well, do I want to maybe set up the proposal? How Samuel proposed to Jess? Hey, Jess, I was wondering. Okay, it's been a long time. Death Machine Sammy Callahan going for the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship against Kenny Omega at Slammiversary. Now, before that happens, I had a question to ask you. Okay, will you, Jessica Havoc, the Havoc Death Machine, be Mrs. Death Machine? Would you want to do that before Slammiversary?
Mrs.
Death Machine. Would you want to do that? Yes or no? Tell me right now. Right now. Because I want to know everything that's going on in your head. So, Jess, how about it? What's it going to be? Mrs. Death Machine or not? And she goes, yes. And he's like, that's what I thought. And he fucking pile drives her right there. And that's
Who wouldn't say yes to that?
Who wouldn't? Sammy Callahan.
Hey,
so that's free advice to any single guys out there.
Absolutely. Just
you want to throw that material out there. That's gold.
True. And,
we world title gold.
We missed an opportunity, by the way, and we forgot to mention that next week's X Division title match features Michael Shane versus a returning Low Key, who we did not hear from this evening, Trent. It wouldn't be a throwback without some Low Key.
He may have been world traveling and fell off the side.
Oh, Low Key. Oh, man. He could go in the ring, though, right?
Michael Shane.
Definitely good.
Be prepared for next week. Episode number 75. Your ass belongs to Low Key.
Oh, you went from Sammy.
I love the Low Key. It's the shitty Walmart version Low Key.
Shitty Low Key.
I love it.
Michael Shea.
Get us.
Michael Shea. You will not be hanging on to the next title.
Akeem bailed. He's like, fuck you guys. I'm going to bed.
I know what love is, Jenny. Michael Shea. Shit.
Low Key. Oh, Low Key makes me fucking laugh.
Certain things like Trep.
I may not be a smart man, Jessica Havoc, but I do know what love is.
Oh, man.
Samuel will probably be back at AEW Critical, so I'll have to watch myself.
Is he actually going to start working?
Yeah, I don't think he's even done.
No date.
There was a tease for Revolver, but I don't think they've done a show yet or announced a show yet.
No, we talked. He's not. He's just focusing right now on Slam. He's not taking anything. He's focused on Impact right now. So
yeah, I could see why. I mean,
they're keeping him busy.
Card and the biggest pay per view of the year. Shit,
we did have Josh. Josh was there. I brought the belt. Josh came in. I said, "What's up?" I was like, "Got the belt with you?" And he's like, "You know it." I'm like, "You're gonna bring it on the merch table." then $20 a photo with the belt. He's like, dude, I have to. Fucking cleaned up that night. He's like, I don't really put too much shit out because like, hey, I never really did great merch in Chicago. I'm like, put the belt on the table.
A good match just got booked at a promotion I've gone to in Jersey around here in August. Global Syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
Davey Richards versus Josh Alexander.
Oh, wow. Davey Richards just got booked at New Texas Pro here with the mystery opponent.
Making his rounds. Yeah, we're talking to Davey too. So
is that where Deanna and Tasha wrestle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's their home fed, right? They're like their local fed?
Well, they've done some stuff recently. I'll see Kimber.
It's a new fed, right? Didn't
it's
it
a
just
new fed? Yeah, just started up in February or May, like that. I initially spoke about it because that was where Joe Doring was going to be going for the world title against Hammerstone.
That's right.
Oh, and speaking of Joe Doring, I heard he just landed on a poster for, is it S? No, it's not SW.
Is it SWE Fury in Texas?
Oh,
no,
tearing it up, man.
Yeah,
no, it's not that. It's SW something. They're in southeastern Wisconsin. They go at the Broad Stop.
Yeah. SWA, J-Bone?
Yeah, whatever it is, SW something, and
3-letter abbreviation wrestling promotion name.
Yeah.
Joe Doring's little guy in the corner of the poster. I'm like, dude, you need to put that motherfucker like half the poster.
How far is that? Are you going to be there,
Jay? At the Broad Stop? That's 40 minutes from me. I'm totally going if he's there.
It's in October, and they've got Haku and the Barbarian as the draws.
Bro date, huh, J-Bone? It's right here.
I think so. I'm like, okay, I love Haku and Barbarian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'd go for
Joe
Doring.
Yeah, I hope they all just stand around and chop the shit out of each other.
Yeah, just like
I'm there.
You're there already.
Yeah.
You should be waiting outside as we speak, J-Bone.
I went to the Broad Stop for a show years ago, and I saw. Oh man, I think
they have brats.
They do have great brats. I mean, it is the spot for
because that would be such a letdown if I went to the Brat Stop and got no brats.
We're all out. Like what? Okay, I'll tell you a funny story before we go. I went to the Miller factory, Jay, the Miller Coors factory over there in Milwaukee, across from Miller Park.
A brewery?
The brewery, yeah. Sorry,
is that the
brewery?
term? Yeah, Straight Edge Trent.
I love going to brewery.
What's that place called where they make that
totally
stuff?
Spaced out. But anyway, we went on the tour, the brewery tour, and on the tour they give you a bunch of free shit. You know, they give you a bunch of free beer and whatever. So the trick is before you go to a Brewers game, you take the Miller Brewery tour. You get like 5 drinks for free. You get a little buzz. Nice. You go in for free. You're already hammered right going in. So I'm like, okay, well they're non-alcoholic. It's called Sharps. And remember, mine.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's water, but whatever. We're at the fucking place where they make it. I just got through a tour where they're making all of it. So at the end of the tour, you get to the beer garden. It was the classic Miller family beer garden where they actually did it. So you go to the beer garden, you get any drink you want. They give you 2 right there, and you can hang out. Then the bus takes you to the game. So the guy's like, "What do you have?" And I'm like, "I'll take a Sharps." And he's like, looking, "Oh, you got it." He's looking. He's like, "Oh, sir, we're all out." I'm like, "You're all out." I go, wait a minute. You're all out? I'm like, at your own factory, you're all out? I'm like, I just got through a tour where they just showed me they make 3 million bottles a second. And you're telling me you have none here? I'm like, this is hilarious.
None in the keg.
Well, the guy
like
looked
none for you.
The guy looked like I just shit in his breakfast. I mean, he looked petrified after he's like, this guy's right. You know, like, what do I do? So like, he's like, wait right here. This dude fucking runs across the street to the fucking filling plant and comes back. He's like, sir, I got some for you. Like just rolling in. Okay, just cans.
The hero.
I'm like, look at this guy. He's like, I'm gonna give
you action.
It was amazing. I was like,
that's service.
I was like, I was gonna bust your job. I'm like, I think it was hilarious. You were out. He goes, I know. It's like hilarious. Why should we be out? They make it right there. And I'm like, exactly. Like in my fucking fake beer, and get that.
And he had to know that you were ordering that. You weren't going to order another beer.
No, I just got the 2 of those.
He gave me give me a water.
Yeah, he gave me 3 of those. He gave me a bonus. He's like, take a 3rd one. Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm like, great. Somebody take my keys. Let me get out of here. But no, good stuff. Always take the Miller Brewery tour before you go to the Brewers game, right, J-Bone?
There you go.
It's a trick. Awesome
Okay.
stuff. All right. Let's wrap it up, boys. Let's get our plugs in here, guys. Mark, where can they find you online?
You can find me at Mark World Order on Twitter, MARKQ World Order. But more importantly, you can find me on the Discord, which is I don't even know how you get to the Discord link. It's in the description for this video. So if you are listening on audio, it is also available in the description for the audio wherever you are listening. Join us on the Discord. That's where shit is popping.
There you go. Bill, where you at, man?
They can find mainly on the Twitter at my name, William M. Gardner, GARDNER. Same on the Instagram if you want to take a look.
You post
And
anything?
maybe.
Oh,
What? No way.
is there a post?
Maybe. We'll see. Not yet, but they might be waiting to do a post.
Not yet.
That means
Not
you're-
I
yet.
need to see demand. I need people to go in there. I see some followers. I remember I put it out the one night. I'm like, hey, 10 people go on. I'll put a picture on.
Okay,
At
there
this
you-
point, it
got
needs its
guys.
own tier on Patreon. Like the Bill Instagram tier.
I got so gung-ho when I went to Georgia and I was throwing pictures up. And then I was like, I'm done.
Look at these.
For reals, for reals.
We'll do that. We'll do a
Aw.
Bill tier, and then we'll do
Hiya.
Alicia will be the premium tier for Instagram. We'll see. J-Bone, talk about Smash. What's going on, man? You were live late last night too.
I was live late last night, and I got my first raid on YouTube. Dude, I've been doing this for 8 years. I never been raided on YouTube. I got 12 subs last night. I am 6 away from 1K. Hit it right.
Whoa.
Guys, please share Smash's link and get on the 1K. Let's do this. Let's get this done by this weekend.
There you
Get
go.
done right now.
We're gonna
Right
plug
now.
it again on Thursday, and we're gonna make this happen. This happens by Sunday night. We get it.
And there's new
there's-
SDP merch.
There we
And
go.
there's some new merch that dropped today, 15% off, cheap plug. And so yeah, you can find Smash This podcast.
Nothing cheap about it.
It's YouTube, Twitch, and all the socials, the Facebox, the Instanet, and the Twitter box. And for your bone on the go, the audio portion of Smash This podcast is at anchor.fm/Smash This Podcast.
Very nice, guys. You guys can get me at Transberry on Twitter. Also, the Backstage Boys podcast with me and Basil. No episode this week. We had nothing to talk about. We were like, man, what do we talk about? There's like nothing going on. So we're gonna be back next week with some fresh shit. So we'll be back with that. Also, guys, this show at We Talk Impact, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, guys. Just type in We Told Nonstop Impact. Comes right up in all your search engines. Discord link in the description below. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact, YouTube.com/Total Nonstop Impact, ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Guys, support the show. The more you support, the things happen. That's how things work around. So get a t-shirt. We got the cool Owl and Mike t-shirt. Go get that t-shirt. It's awesome. Pick that one up. Support the show. Cheer Bits on Twitch. If you're not following on Twitch, remember it is Prime Day, and they're giving out a discount to. Oh, it's almost. I think it's over now, but it was
Yeah, it's
Prime
over.
Day.
It was.
It was Prime Day. But Amazon Prime, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get one free sub a month with Twitch. Make it a TNI, make it Smash, support the family here, or pick one up. It's $5. Half of it goes right to the streamers themselves. So get a Twitch sub and support
Hey,
them.
and if you have a flux capacitor, you can go back and take advantage of that deal.
Yes. So do that. Time Machine Tuesday. Go do that, guys. Talk to Daniel Spencer. He might know a guy. Who knows a guy who has a flux capacitor? But go and do that, guys. Also, what else we missing here? Shit, I'm missing. Audio. All audio platforms of this podcast: Apple Podcast, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Rate, review, and subscribe, guys. Big thanks to all the audio listeners. I think we charted on iTunes in I want to say Cambodia last week. So thank you to Cambodia.
Whoa.
really high up on the Cambodia, but Cambodia was on the charts last week. So I don't know what's going on in Impact in Cambodia, but thank you guys for listening to TNI in Cambodia. We appreciate that. So thank you all for that. And don't forget, guys, the show schedule tomorrow, Wednesdays, is going to be TNI UK, noon Central Time, 6 p.m. UK. They are live right here on all the channels. Thursday is the flagship show. We have the watch along on Twitch with Bill, J-Bone, and Truck. Usually has been popping in there. Do the watch along on Twitch, Impact and Access TV. Following that, official post show, breaking down the entire show. And then Tuesday, Time Machine Tuesday. Next week will be NWA-TNA number 75. Join us for that, guys. And don't forget the Discord stuff. Mark, take it away with Discord. Plug it real quick.
8 o'clock. I'm I'm sorry, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. Truck in the Discord runs the watch along for the episode that we review immediately after. So join us for the watch along, then join us for the review. 8 o'clock Central.
I meant to tell you to plug Patreon. I'm not Discord. Sorry, but Patreon, take it away, Mark.
All right. So patreon.com, we talk impact to join us. You can join us for Sunday night family dinner. We've got what's going on in the treehouse, Discord benefits. Come be part of the family. You'll love it. It's a lot of fun. We're adding stuff all the time, special reviews, non-related shit. After Dark made a return if you weren't paying attention. Patreon tier 3, Ask Lakers. He was there. Shit was popping. Talking about all sorts of shit that we probably shouldn't be talking about. So yeah, anyways, hit us up on Patreon. That's our new hangout.
Yeah, guys, you could support the Patreon for as little as like $1.25 a week. That's what it.
Oh yeah,
for a week. Like if that's the lowest tier is like $5, right?
$3. That's support the show. You can support the show for only $3. We will shout you out on this show, which reminds me that I missed shout outs that you guys missed last week unless you did them. So I need to do those next week at the top of the show.
Okay, you got
it.
Anyways, but as little as 75 cents a week, guys, you can support the show. Then
that's
other
good
tier,
quick math there, Trent.
It is. I got it from I got it from Bruce. So he has a $3 tier also, and he always does the 75 line.
So yeah, and then for $5, which you're $1.25 a week, you get the return of the Sunday night family dinner, which is by far the most requested.
It's worth $1.25.
It absolutely is. I mean, if I wasn't on this show, I would absolutely be on it to be on the Sunday night family dinner. It's a blast. We're doing some polling of reshuffling a little bit of the second and third tiers to maybe move around reviews or After Dark or whatever. But like that's the thing. Come join us. We'll listen to you. If something you don't like, let us know. I mean, that's shit. We're a small little family here. We can change it however we please, And
I talking to Mark, I might throw some stuff on those. If there's weeks I can't be on Thursdays, I'm gonna do a one-man express review on one of the Patreon tiers. Mark gave me that great suggestion. He's like, if you can't be on Thursday, you throw it. You go ahead and put an express review in for just the patrons. How about that? And that's a great fucking idea. So we'll work that out. So that'll be, and honestly, and that can go for any of us. Honestly, anybody can't make a Thursday or whatever. The door will be open to just throw a bonus Patreon show for an express review of your thoughts on the show you missed. So we can go with that. But guys, support the show. It's not a lot. Support the show. That's what we're really, we're really chopping it up, as Conan likes to say. Like to chop it up over there on Patreon, make some real cheddar. We got bills, man. We got kids. Actually, I don't have kids. Mark and Jib don't have kids. Bills don't have kids either. Only these two bastards have kids. So they got kids, man. So like I got bills.
I need a job.
I have 3 lollipops left.
He's down to 3. Can you please? For the love of God, just get on the Patreon and buy this man some lollipops. But that's gonna do it for us. All right, guys. Thank you for everybody who's joined. We'll give you the shout out as Mark will do the shout outs whenever we're on next time. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
2 hours.
Yep, under 2 hours. See you guys. This could have been done in a half an hour ago. Honestly, we were blabbering on, but join Bison Joe and Steve tomorrow, noon U.S. time. I'm sorry, noon Central U.S., 6 p.m. UK, and we'll see you guys again on Thursday for Impact Access TV. Have a great night, everybody. Stay safe. We'll talk to you later. See ya.